Okay, so we are back to accessorizing the Versys 1000, and today we're going to be putting the SW Motech navigation kit, and this is good for a lot of different ones. The Garmin, the TomTom Rider 550, which is what I'm putting on here. So in the instructions here, I'm going to pan this down just a little bit so you can see a little better. So this is part of the mount kit for this. This is simple enough. You do have to put this together, okay? And you do have to put this together as well. I'm not going to show you how to do that. If you are not able to do this, then I will invite you to hop back on your Honda Metropolitan and drive over to get some new coloring books. Anyways, I'm kidding, obviously. So I'm not going to show you how to do that because that's pretty basic stuff. So one thing they say in the instructions was to take the windshield off, but as of current, I have not seen a reason to do that. So you have these two little kind of tabs. You've got it's kind of raised at one point here, and then it's flush on the other. They want you to put that in with the raised portion facing forward, okay? And then they just kind of hang out like that, okay? And then the other one, see, it's kind of got a little bit of a little L shape there, and or a semi-L, and then that goes on the other side, okay? And that is that's threaded. And then you take your bolts here, and they do want you to put some medium thread locker on them. And you're going to take these, and it's going to go through the top mount portion. Hopefully that doesn't fall out. This portion here, we'll call that the top mount, and this is what your mount will go into, like so, okay? And then it'll kind of sit up like that. At least that's what it's supposed to do, or about like that, actually, okay? And I've already mounted the TomTom power mount to it, and I will say that this job with the TomTom mount, they really planned it out, because you need three different sizes of Allen keys to do this. So they did not make it easy on us. So anyways, we're going to start with one here. We'll thread lock it, and put some thread locker on. All right, set this here, and we're going to go up like this, and we'll see. Okay, so that one went in easy enough without removing the windshield. So I would say that their recommendation is probably, it comes from a good place, but I don't really see it being necessary right now. Okay, so here's the other one. The other one went a little easier than this one. But I'll be honest, moving the windshield would not help with this, because it's all it's almost captive in its position there. We'll see if we can. Okay, so we got it now, and that should be able to go all the way up. Yeah, like that. The only thing I'm noticing is it looks like the windshield is not going to be able to go back to the low position. Which, I mean, it's not a huge deal, but I kind of wanted it to be able to do that. So anyways, that's how it'll go. We'll tighten that up, and then we'll put the mount in here and see what it looks like. Okay, so just a quick update here. We've got these snugged down a bit. It was looking like this was going to prohibit the windshield from going up and down, or was going to make you stay in up position, but in fact, where this is and where it's mounted has nothing to do with the windshield going up and down. Okay, so for tightening this up, you are going to need one of these L-shaped, shorter Allen keys to get in here for this last little bit, because your longer handled ones that are convenient to use do not fit because of this this dashboard here. Okay, So the next thing it says to do is we're going to get this into kind of position here, and then we're going to, okay, so I can see already the windshield's going to need to go up for you to be able to fit this in. And let me go ahead and rock that forward a little bit. Okay. So that's there. I think it snapped in. It did snap in, I just didn't hear it. Okay, so that's about how it goes right there. And that's it's a pretty nice solid mount. Now the other pieces on the side that retain that will need to be tightened a bit, and at least to get your position here. And, okay. There we go. Okay. And I would be careful about over tightening these. You don't want to over tighten that, but you want it enough that it, you know, keeps it from vibrating down while you're riding. Okay. Yeah, that's getting much more solid now, and I'm not having to put a terrible amount of pressure on that. Okay, so that is about what it looks like. The next thing we got to think about is where we want to run our wires. I'm probably going to go like backwards and through like this. I think that'll be pretty clean when I come through here. Now, one other consideration you have to think about here when you're putting a system like this in is like, where is your power going to come from? So it comes with a wiring harness here. And what I did is there is an accessory switch right here where you see this this cigarette lighter USB plug plugged into, and then that wire, what I did is I just tapped into that, and there's plenty of power to run low power items like a GPS. So let's get the GPS here. I've got it over here, and we are going to slide this down. And it clips right on. Oh, that looks pretty good. Yeah, I like that. And yeah, so anyways, I've got a little bit of excess wire. Fortunately, in this fairing, there is plenty of room for stuff like that. But I think I'm just going to come up behind here in some kind of fashion like this. And let's see, where are you at? Okay. Gotta find the way to put these together. Okay. Push that together. And you should turn. Yeah, okay. So then it's just a matter of storing this wire down somewhere. But yeah, that's a pretty clean connection right there. And then when I power it up, yeah, it should come up pretty much automatically here. Quick update, and I'm going to tell you why you don't want the SW Motech Navi Kit for at least the Versys. I had to do some modifications to this because I mounted it in the original form in the way you're supposed to, with the mount that goes to the TomTom, and it had a very, very odd vibration that that you just can't get used to and you can't overlook. It just kind of like flicks the part of your brain that causes you to be annoyed by things the entire time you drive it. And I would even go as far to say like it was faulty because you could not really use the GPS. And the Versys itself is an extremely smooth motorcycle. Even on smooth roadway, it just kind of just stayed in this mode of vibration. And you know, it is connected to the the windshield mount, and they are rubber mounted. But it just wasn't working very well, and I absolutely hated it. So I called up Revzilla, who I bought it from, and they were less than useless. They were like, well, you know, if you've mounted it, then you can't send it back, and you can call SW Motech, and they also don't give a crap. So, anyways, I'm stuck with it, so I tried to make the best out of it, because I do like the position that it's mounted. But just know, you know, when you're ordering stuff, kind of back to Revzilla, once you mount it, even if it's complete trash, you're pretty much stuck with it. They have no support other than to tell you to go to the manufacturer, who you didn't pay, And Revzilla still got the money for it, and they aren't going to do anything about it, and their manufacturer's not going to give you money back either. So, rant over. But anyway, so what I did is I mounted a ram ball right here. In fact, I'm going to loosen this up and show you what I've done here. So basically, we've got a... this ram stuff actually comes with the TomTom, because you can ram ball mount it, and it comes with handlebar mounts and stuff, which I thought was pretty nice. But so what I did is this top piece here, where the SW Motech mount goes, which is this stuff right here. I mounted a ram ball to it, the 1-inch ram ball, and then you've got your little arm, and then on the back of the TomTom mount, we've got the mount that goes to the mount for the TomTom. Okay, so we kind of just made the best out of this. I still wanted it to be in this position, and I mean it still moves around a little bit, but you know, it's more of like a damping vibration versus just a very weird, you know, constant moving, just absolute junk. And in fact, I went on Revzilla and I read through more of the comments, and you know, folks who had some bikes were happy with this mount, and other folks that had the Versys were like, it vibrates too much, and I did not see that, and I should have gone deeper into those comments before I ordered this thing. But basically, 80 bucks down the tube, kind of, because I was able to kind of save it. It isn't perfect. Do I recommend buying it? Absolutely not. And also, you know, think about what you're ordering. What, you know, when you're ordering things from Revzilla, if they're not going to, you know, give you any leeway on faulty products like this. You know, and they also informed me that they're not selling SW Motech anymore, so I would not buy any other, you know, and I think they're running a sale on a lot of SW Motech stuff. I buy SW Motech now right from the vendor, and I'll be buying probably less stuff from Revzilla rather than the vendors if I can do it that way. That way the support on stuff like this, as rare as it is, will be a little bit easier. So anyways, it's now mounted pretty decently. I'm happy with it. You know, still kind of a waste of money, but in another way, I guess we're all okay. You know, we'll be fine. So, anyways, that is what it looks like. It is a little bit higher, but I have some more options. The other thing I like too is I can also mount my arm that goes to my X grip for my phone as a backup if this ever went down. So, other than that, we salvaged what we could. But I'm just gonna say, don't mess with this if you have the Versys. It is it's useless. It's I don't even think a video could do it justice how much and how weird the vibration was. So anyways, SW Motech Navi Kit Versys 1000, giant failure. Don't mess with this. So that is my advice. Do what you want with it.